What's up, everybody, and welcome to
The LittleBigKast.
We are four players searching for that elusive game-life balance. In today's show, Drew is brought to tears.
It's true. Oh my gosh. It's
Complete
true.
with tissue.
I don't know that it's ever happened in a game before, but
Nope.
brought to tears by our own Horizon Zero Dawn.
Finally finished.
Thank you, Shuhei. All this and more on episode 127 of the LittleBigKast. Welcome. Are we live then?
Episode
For sure?
127
Are we
today.
actually live?
We are live.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to LittleBigKast. My name is Jeff Hawks. With me, as always, our own Dr. Robin Hazlett
Hi, friends.
and Master Drew Tyler.
Hello, good morning, people.
You guys had a graduation recently, correct? Didn't I see you
Yes.
guys in your robes since
Yes.
we last spoke?
It was only
you
last-
saw him
That's
in
right,
his
she
robe
was
because
sick.
I was sick as a dog.
Again, I might add, I think it's every graduation. She's like, wait,
Yeah,
what?
holy cow.
Wasn't it last graduation?
It
She-
was-
Yeah,
yeah.
maybe the last couple.
It's
It
stress.
was two. It
I
was
wonder
the
if
last two.
I wonder if so. I feel like every like ramp up to finals, it was like my body was in overdrive to get through finals, and then as soon
and
as
then it
soon as
falls
everything was submitted and done, it was like you're sick now for a week.
That's exactly what.
Oh,
it
you
was.
thought you were gonna enjoy your break, Nick? Nope,
No.
you're deathly sick and you feel like crap for the next month.
Spring break? You get to puke.
Yeah. So is that? Do you think that's what's happening? Is like you're like
You know what?
stressed out getting your students through that period, and then your body just is like,
Do you think?
oh, I can give up.
We've got like a trend here, at least two that
I
are
don't.
this way.
You know, I don't think so. You didn't want me to sit next to you.
That's true.
You did
Yeah,
not
right.
want
I'm
me.
not saying it's
to
not
be
real.
In, no. But yeah, the mind is a terrible thing.
The worst for me, probably the most sick I've ever been was coming out of basic training. Like through basic, I didn't get a single headache for the however long I was in basic training. I didn't get a cold. Like I was solid the whole time. I graduated. Claire came to the graduation and like gave me just a shoulder rub while I was there. Gives me this like shoulder rub, and I swear like it just unleashed toxins into my body. And on the bus the next day to my tech school, it was like I was like Loki when Hulk is just smashing the shiz out of him, just boom, boom,
The
boom. Like,
end.
I was destroyed for like a week and a half. Like I cannot recall ever in my life being as sick as I was in that moment.
Wow.
And I'm convinced that it was like your body just sucked it up for
Yeah.
the 2 months that you were there, or the 2.5 months that you were there, and in the end, like it was just like I'm done. I'm done holding on.
Interesting.
You're
It's
dead.
like that was nice. Now we're gonna move on.
Yeah, it was brutal.
I don't think I have. Like I can't connect any of my sicknesses to. I mean, I'm usually
don't get
very
stressed,
healthy,
though.
But I don't get stressed. I think that's part of it. Like I do get cold sores. That's when I know I'm stressed. Is I get a
Dr.
cold
Pepper.
sore.
Dr. Pepper, sir.
That's what saves me.
No, that's what makes you
The prune
anxious.
juice. Oh yes, I know that. Yeah, I know that will affect me very much so. But
I'm saying legitimately though, like I don't know that I've ever seen like you have never come across to me as
I'm just
looking or
chill.
feeling like stressed.
yeah, I have to be.
I've
told
seen you
when I'm
angry
stressed.
once.
Really?
Yeah, with Zach when
Oh.
he cut the carpet.
Yeah, we cut
Like
the
you were
drapes,
legitimately
yeah.
angry
Yeah,
at
was
that
a good one.
moment.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I mean outside of that, like
I am pretty even kill. Like I don't go high or low.
We've had some conversations where you like I'm balancing between two different decisions and I'm not sure which road I'm going to take, and like
I'm like a machine.
you've kind of looked a little stressed, like maybe a little bit like. I've seen you weigh like at one point I remember you weighing two decisions and I thought this is the most stressed I've ever seen Drew, and they're both good decisions, so like it's not like he's going to go down a
Do I
wrong
want
path.
vanilla or do I want chocolate?
Yeah, that was my hardest.
Yeah, he was at what's the soda place?
Fizz?
Fizz?
That was
He's
probably
at
the hardest
Fizz
thing.
trying to decide between
This is the hardest
cherry
thing.
cola and
Do I want
Chandler
caffeine
Bing.
or no caffeine?
Do I want Chandler Bing or do I want the pepper
That
latte?
is as stressed as I get. It's true. It's true. It's absolutely true.
My goodness. So, Jeff, what
Yeah.
have you been up to? Because we haven't seen you.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, we got to see you when we were playing Outlast, but we didn't actually
Briefly.
get to talk.
So, as much fun as that was, I think the next one we do needs to be here.
It was way fun.
It was just so hard to hook everything up.
Yeah.
It was a little rough.
We should have
with
done it
everything.
here.
We could have done it here. But
Next time.
it was fun down there. It was scary.
It was
I have
scary
some
game.
clips to show.
It was a freaking scary game.
little
That
bit.
game, you know, in true Red Barrel form, I laid in bed that night
Yeah.
a little like reflecting on some of the things that happened. It was a scary game.
It was scary and it was kind of crazy. But
That's mine.
but it wasn't as scary as 1.
No, it really wasn't. I don't think it was nearly as
Do you
scary.
think
It was
because we
creepy.
understood what, like, I'm like,
I don't
it's
know.
not like they can go
I
that
don't think
much
so.
No, because
farther.
I think that part was like, yeah, they had amped up some things that were like, that's disgusting. I can't believe they're doing that. But for me, it went past a realistic level so that it became less like concerning and worrisome. Like this is almost somewhat real. For me, it went so far past that moment that things like like you pull chain and the woman comes like slaughtered woman comes like flying through the barn doors or something like stuff like that. I was just like, I don't understand.
A little too supernatural.
Too
then, is what you're
supernatural, and it was the fact like I think somebody said the Hatfields and the McCoys because I felt like there was these two different factions that were like right next to each
And
other.
we didn't even know
What was
what
it? How would that ever even like? I still
They
I
would
don't
kill.
know.
One group would kill the other.
Right?
Why
would
yeah.
they still be there in that creepy little town, living all this time?
And why would people stay?
And why would
Just-
anybody stay?
And nobody cleaned up the dead bodies.
There's those types of things I think
Like,
just took
I'm
me
like,
out of
You're
it.
not thinking about the stink.
And the number of
Oh, no,
outhouses.
the smell is what he said. You guys need to watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia. There's a scene where Dennis talks about how I will chop you up and I will chop you into little pieces and I'll put you in a suitcase. And she's like, are you saying that you would chop me up and put me in a suitcase? He's like, no, D, it's a metaphor. Think of the smell, you bitch. And that's how he justifies. That's how he explains that he would not do that because of the smell.
Because of the smell, that would stop
Think
him.
of smell.
Wow.
That's hilarious.
I love it. Okay.
But we had
I'm
a good
gonna
time.
duck.
No, we had a good time. This is just like straight gameplay. You're right. Like tech wise, like it was hard to get a real clean picture, so it was kind of hard. But I felt like the whole game was just a lot more of like, ooh, panic, scare, run. Whereas that
Right.
first one
Especially
is
this
so
scene.
much
Especially
tension.
this first scene where it was like,
That was gruesome.
You trigger this chick coming out and
Yep.
killing you,
Yep.
and you're like, I have no idea. Like, there's nowhere for me to go, and so we just ran away.
It's like, what do you
like? We
even
literally just
do?
ran
Yeah.
backwards
Yeah.
and then waited and then snuck through. But like, you can't sneak through the first time. Where I felt like, I don't know. I felt like with the first Outlast, and I actually watched the highlight reel yesterday.
Yeah.
I went back and watched through it, and that game was just like genuinely scary.
There was some
Oh, I
right. There was
know.
something about having the one big man. He wasn't supernatural. He was big.
He's just a
but
big old dude.
But he was also like really scary. In this one, the first chick that we come across, she's big and she's kind of monstrous, but she's also
She's like
just,
a one-hit kill ya.
Yeah.
And she's just a scrawny chick with a weird pickaxe.
With a weird pickaxe, and she's like
a
crazy
thin
tall.
Amazon.
And it didn't freak me out, I guess.
Yeah.
I was really concerned about this because I thought the things that really frighten me in the world are demonic present, like demons. They're real.
Right.
That scares me more than zombies. So I was really scared going into this, but I didn't have any problem sleeping. I was just like, oh, that was a funny story. It was like a R.L. Stein. I don't know. There's something about it.
Yeah.
It just and I was worried because I thought it was going to be at that point where it's so intense that it was
I
too
love that you
realistic.
just compared this to
Yeah.
Goosebumps.
Goosebumps.
Yeah.
My God.
That's what it came out for me.
This is like adult.
And I'm not,
Goosebumps.
and I'm a scared guy. Like I was really scared.
Oh,
it
I don't
also,
do horror.
It also might have helped that Jimmy was so rock solid.
Oh my god.
Driving.
He
was
does
biker.
not have emotions.
He has not, and so playing through that as much, and we did about 3.5, almost 4 hours. So
Yeah.
we did a lot,
Just-
but he was just like, this is it. And yet when Martinez was playing, it was just like,
My personal
that, you know,
favorite is when
maybe that added.
like Dan's playing and he has the controller over his eyes. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna. Oh my god! Here she comes.
but I don't know that's for me. It was fun. It was super fun. We'll do it again here with something else, but it was not as scary as I thought.
So they just released. There's another scary. In fact, go to Metacritic real quick. There's another game that was released last week. That is an indie game. That is supposed
Is it
to
the
be
Little Nightmare one?
Yeah, that one
what
is
it's
supposed
called?
to be super creepy.
I've heard this.
Like
Which one?
super creepy. It's like this little indie game called go to
Something
PS4.
Nightmares.
Go just if you go back.
I've seen this, and I think that might be kind of a fun one to explore.
No, not Nightmare on 13th.
No, I can't find my mouse.
If you just go to PlayStation.
This is the hardest thing I've done today. Not true though. I killed Helis.
No, it wasn't What Remains.
Nope.
Although that one looks creepy if you haven't seen
Little
it.
Nightmares. It is
Yeah,
Little Nightmares.
Little Nightmares.
Oh right, I've heard of this.
Yeah, that one looks super creepy.
I'm not sure why, but I think there is something in there that might feel a little bit more like PT.
Yeah, it's more of like
right?
an ominous
kind
of
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
And you throw kids in there, it's gonna be.
Yeah.
yeah, maybe that's the problem. I'm all for setting that one up and making it go.
Yeah, we should.
Maybe when I
think
get
we
back
should.
from Africa. Awesome.
Are you gonna sing Africa when you're
Mozambique.
down there?
Let the rains fall down in Africa.
Yeah.
A little Toto. Maybe I will.
Will you do that, please?
Maybe I
will you
will.
film it and put it on social?
I don't even know the words, but I'm going to learn them for you.
Oh, yeah, you're-
I'll do that. I'll do that. Has anybody else done anything this week? You played? Did you do anything? You're well. You're healthy.
Yes, I'm finally
Yay.
functioning. I turned in my grades,
Yay.
and then I just kind of sat there with like this kind of stunned silence, like, what do I do now? And I know
What
that that's
now?
never a problem for me because like I can find everything to do. Like I've got a list a mile long, but it was just like the stunned, like I got this major thing done. And then of course you have the students that are like, why did it gotta be instead of
Really?
an
You
A?
actually got complaints? Huh?
Of course.
Give them all A's. They
Dude,
don't complain.
Yeah,
That's
true.
what I've learned.
Okay, this is
Keep it easy.
Just
Yeah.
kidding.
Simple.
Total-
It's the KISS
total
model, right?
sarcasm.
Keep
I-
it simple, stupid.
yeah. And the funny thing is that
I need to
I
put
had
that on the wall.
actually entered in a grade wrong.
Okay.
So I saw the percentage and I'm like, yeah, you totally should have gotten that.
I missed
It's
it.
fine. But like, I won't go into full detail, but it was a very long and detailed reasoning why.
So they justified pretty hardcore, or
Yeah, but it was mostly about like I was late in grading. That's
Oh.
and like I would have
They
I
blamed
would have
you.
given more effort had I thought I would have been earning anything less than an A.
Oh, how funny!
Why don't you just
Put
do
your
the
effort.
A
in.
effort the
Right?
whole time?
Just do the A
Just-
effort.
Just do that.
I'm trying to think. I actually got a text from a student that said, "I am 0.12 points away from an I think it was an A minus or an A or something. Like they were on that like within like points, like 10%." And they texted me and they're like, "Just because I have your number, I thought I might try and ask like, what can I do? I'm that close." And I was like, I always round those up anyway.
I
Like
know.
I'm close enough. Like
Yeah.
yeah, I actually used that little bit to be like, okay, this allows me to justify the lower grade if you're a poor student. Like if you make my life hard,
Mm-hmm.
I can justify
Yeah.
it because the numbers are there. But if you make my life easy, I'm okay with a little bit of mercy.
Oh
a little,
yeah.
a little Kit Kat goes a long way,
Right?
In Drew's
Right? It's true.
grading
It's
style.
true. See, look at this. Producer Jake brought me candy
Yeah.
this morning because he got stuck in
one
traffic.
too. Yeah.
Like it
Called
wasn't,
penance.
Didn't even have to.
didn't even have to. Totally
Didn't
nice.
have to.
It's good stuff. It's good
Nobody has to.
No.
stuff. But it
It's
does
the
grease the
implication.
wheels a little bit.
It's another Always Sunny, guys.
Yep.
It's the implication. No, you don't have to bring me candy. It's not. Your grade is not dependent on the
No, not
chocolate
at
you
all.
bring me. Certainly not.
No.
It's the implication of what could happen if there is no candy. That's the
what-
danger.
That's funny. Did you
Dennis,
do anything
sound like
besides
you're going to
grades?
hurt these girls? I'm not going to hurt anyone. We're on a boat in the ocean. You got to watch it. It's great.
I'm sure.
It's wonderful.
I am sure. I did a little bit of gaming. I did a lot more of Gravity Rush 2 than
Trying to climb back in.
Yeah, I'm trying to warm back up to it,
And?
and I'm enjoying it significantly more.
Okay.
Because at first you get hit with like, here are all these things that we've added. We've added a treasure hunt based on a picture, and just like, oh my gosh, were you that desperate for content? I just wanted a bigger world.
Yeah, I played the demo, and I got to say, like, I loved the art. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah, it was really pretty.
Oh,
love.
yeah.
I would love to play a game that looks and feels like that is open, and that like I feel like I'm just playing a cartoon. But it felt, again, it was a demo, right? But like it felt very disjointed, and like it didn't feel like it had a clear purpose.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the impression that I got from the reviews as well. And that was my concern, is I'm like, or maybe the thing that bummed me out is like, if that actually is the case, where you don't have like this clear purpose and path
Oh,
for
yeah,
this
you know.
character, like, what a bummer, because the art style is so freaking
It was really
cool.
fun.
Like it's really cool.
So you
Like,
got
in a
back
lot of
into it.
ways-
Like you've enjoyed it
Yeah.
now, right?
Yeah, and you
So am
definitely
I
do.
wrong?
It's very much like main mission, side mission style. So basically every other game that we've played. So we have the ability to do things that will advance the story versus things that will kind of level you up like this.
Okay.
And what I think is really enjoyable about it is the art and also the mechanic, because it's like, I am kind of tired of these like superheroes and I'm going to fly around and I'm fantastic. It's like, this is not flying around. This is, you are manipulating
Yeah,
gravity.
you're kind
so
of
you
just
are
gracefully falling.
you are progressively falling in a direction. And I'm like, you know what? I kind of like that.
That's
idea.
kind of fun.
It's like you're still kind of helpless in this.
That's kind of fun. I need to play. I did. I played a little bit of the demo, and I think there was something else that was shinier that I played with. But I think it just looks fun. I think it looks exciting. I told my girls this week. I looked at our game collection, and I was like, "It's summertime." Well, for me, not them yet. But I looked at a couple, and I was like, "Wouldn't you love to just take 3 days and do nothing but play this game?" And I pulled out Cooney and a couple others that they loved, and they were like, "Yeah, yeah." I was like, well, maybe we'll talk your mom into it. Like it just sounds fun.
There's a little bit of quid pro quo with this.
Here's the great thing though with Abzu as the PS Plus game of the month.
That's a great
one to play.
That's a great one for the girls. I think that'd be awesome.
I was very excited that was.
That was a good ad. Did you do anything in life wise besides grading?
After all of that got done, I was like in my stunned like.
What now?
What now? And so I went and read The Handmaid's Tale from cover to cover.
Oh wow, a book?
In like 4.5 hours. So
wow.
I was just like, go me. And I put my child to bed in that time too.
Wow. I have not read anything cover to cover for a long time. Like I barely get through a chapter of something. Wow. I'm impressed there.
I'm impressed.
We can close the show, folks.
Yeah, and then I got
a reader.
I got an audiobook from Neil deGrasse Tyson that I just it's astrophysics for people in a hurry.
Wow, really?
Oh yeah.
Welcome to summer, ladies and gentlemen.
Audiobook.
Oh my goodness.
You said Neil deGrasse Tyson. For some reason, when you said that, I heard Neil Gaiman.
Oh.
I was like,
American
what's Neil
Gods?
Gaiman doing with astrophysics?
That's what confused me because I had just picked up Norse mythology.
Oh my gosh, I did too. I'm reading that to
like,
Layla.
I was like, astrophysics? What the freak is Neil Gaiman about astrophysics? I was like, that sounds very interesting.
Yeah,
from Neil
Layla
Gaiman.
is super into the new Thor character, and I'm not at all into the new Thor character.
Yeah, no woman is. No full-grown woman would ever be.
No. I'm just like, oh my gosh, geek out. And so Layla wanted to know a little bit more about where all the roots come from, and I'm like, well, we can. Here's Neil Gaiman, and I read about 30% of the book, and like, there's some like kind of dicey stuff about, giving up children and all of that, and heads getting cut off. But it's fine. She's good.
Neil Gaiman's great.
Oh yeah,
his stories are
so that's
amazing.
her bedtime stories now.
That's fantastic. Okay.
What about you?
Me. I'll do a quick bit of me. The only thing that's really noteworthy besides getting my grades in, and I switched all our bedrooms around yesterday. We're applying for a foreign exchange student for a couple of weeks over the summer from China to come stay with us for a couple of weeks.
So Africa to China.
Yeah, they'll come to me though this time. But so we switched some bedrooms around so they'd have a place to stay, but that's still like weeks away. But this morning, I finally finished Horizon Zero Dawn.
Wow.
I did it.
I want to go into full nerd out about that.
I know. I'm really excited. Like because I played a lot this week.
Spoilers ahead.
That's true. We should probably say spoilers ahead because I do want to talk about the ending. Like it was just a great story. I really enjoyed the whole arc. Stacy stayed through with like the whole story. This was another one that she'd and it was less than Witcher, but it was still like, so you want to play your game tonight?
That's awesome.
And I was like, yes, I do.
Yes, sweetie.
So this morning I knew that we were going to do a show, and I was like, I know I'm right at the end because I had just gotten the armor, the ancient armor, which I could not have finished.
How
this thing
freaking
without
amazing
it.
is that?
It's so
Oh my
good.
gosh.
'Cause I had to have that because then you go and you fight Helis,
things.
and then the big battles, everything's like coming in, which was a really fun like game mechanic change. That all of a sudden it's like jump from tower to or whatever, like platform to platform with that giant cannon. That was super fun. You load it different, you shoot it different.
Yep.
And then you run up to the spire and you save everything. But I could not have done it without the armor. But that I kept thinking because when you told us that you finished, you were like, "Oh, the feels," and I was like, "What
feels?
part?" And I went through the whole thing, and I was like, "Well, I don't feel bad about him dying. I don't feel bad about protecting this. Oh no, I got smashed by rocks. Oh no, I got to run up to the spire. Like all this was happening, and I'm thinking, where are the feels? Even after I destroyed the Deathbringer and overrid Hades, like ta-da, life's back to good. Like it's all fixed." And you see all of your friends coming back. I thought, okay, well, maybe this is it. Maybe this is what Rob was talking about, the feels, because you see all your Varl, right? You see Avad and everybody, and you're like, they're okay. But I still was like, am I heartless? Like, do I not have emotion? Because like, I'm proud, I'm excited, we saved everything, but I'm not having the feels yet. And then it goes to that epilogue scene where it's Elizabeth Sorbeck, and she's talking to Gaia about life and telling her that story about her daughter, or no, when she burned down the tree That's when it was like she starts. Gaia says, "Well, what would you tell your daughter? Well, if you had a child, you don't have a child. Well, if you did, what would you tell them?" And that right there, she's like looking at her, or whatever that was, her armor,
The armor.
right? Just laying in that field. That's where it got me, and I even still have the tissue with all my tears on it. If you guys want to see it, it's legitimately, I had teared up and I cried, and
Wow.
Stacy looked over at me and was like. Yeah, I mean, I think
Yeah.
I didn't look for her tears because I didn't want to see them. I had to leave the room so they didn't see. But it was an amazing ending. That was just like 9:15, so it was just like an hour ago, and I was just
Oh,
like,
man, you're still on the come down
I was like,
from
that
that.
was such just a great way to finish it off, to talk about this, like bring it back to real life, right?
Yeah,
It's a
the human
game, it's a
experience.
story, but that human experience comes back and says, how do you raise a kid? Like, how do you what do you tell them? I was just go out there and be strong and driven and curious and go do things. But have compassion and change the world, like compassion. And I just went, yes, that's what kids.
like all of that.
I have kids.
Do
I'm
that.
trying. No, I was just like, crap. I'm forgetting that part sometimes. Like sometimes I am like the rules. We got to follow the rules, and I'm still like I love them, hug them, but teaching that compassion, that's where it got me. I was like, I can do it. I can do it better. Anyway, great game.
Isn't it crazy?
So good.
Like the games that connect with me on those levels are the ones that I just constantly find myself going back to, like, and kind of ruminating on, like, I've talked extensively about like The Witcher, right?
Yep.
Right.
And with the Witcher ending that I got.
Yeah,
and
your
how,
first Witcher, and it was
I didn't
horrible.
empower Ciri to succeed. Like I like
You babysat
I had
her
to
the
hold
whole
her
time.
hand. I had to babysit her, and like for me playing through that, it never felt like that for me. Like as a like literally as a dad to a little girl,
Yeah.
I was like, I'm helping her. I'm protecting
Yeah,
her.
I'm keeping her
I'm helping
safe.
her get through this.
Yeah.
When like the reality is like sometimes you have to step back and allow a couple steps into that darkness.
Otherwise, you
and
get
allow them to
snowflakes.
reach out to you if they need help. Not be there being like,
Yep.
you're fine.
I
Let's
caught ya.
keep going. I got
Yeah.
you. We're
Yeah.
good.
Totally
And,
agree.
So yeah, in a very similar way, like those moments to me, I'm like, how awesome is it that you can get this from a video game? Like
Yeah.
it is.
Yep. Yep.
In fairness, like that's a rare feat for film. It's a rare feat for a book to be able to connect with a person on that level. But
There's something about
it is
playing the
so
character,
refreshing,
right?
It is so awesome to see video games opening those doors and like
Yeah.
understanding the power that they can have. Like The Last of Us is a great example. The Witcher is a great
Yeah.
example.
Even Final
Horizon
Fantasy
is a great
back
example.
in the day, right? That was
Like we have these really phenomenal opportunities to experience something a little bit deeper and connect this digital world to like the real world that we live in and like the real world experiences that we have. And I just think it's freaking sweet.
That's
like
awesome.
it's so cool.
I agree. So I feel bad though. I think I ruined the game for producer Jake because we just ran through. Did you plug your ears? I hope you did because we just covered all kinds of things and he hasn't played yet.
No, there's plenty.
There's still plenty.
There's
Forget it.
plenty inside of the game and
Yeah.
not just the ending. And
You'll
we didn't
forget
even
it.
talk about the ending. That
Yeah.
wasn't the ending. So, no. You should have stayed till the credits.
They were just like flying through a machine. I had to come to the show, so I left to the
Nope.
show.
No.
What did? Oh no. Okay, I'll
You're
go
talking
back
about
and
the
find it.
ending
Yeah,
that
the
paves the
ending.
way for
Yes,
the
yes,
next.
yes,
yeah.
Oh,
yes.
see, I did miss that. Okay, I'll go back and find it. I'll go back and find it. But we ought to roll into the news.
Hang on, I gotta say so. Real quick, I didn't talk about what I've played.
Oh yeah. What have you
So I have finished Mass Effect Andromeda.
wrapped it up?
Finished the main game.
Are you okay?
I finished it. I had every planet at like 75%. And so I've restarted a playthrough. I've started a new game plus.
Doing
I've-
different-
I've switched to a female character.
Okay.
But I'm going to go through and I'm going to 100% everything now. I'm going to say again, like I said this the last time we were on the show. Mass Effect Andromeda got a lot of flack for some good reasons. It is a game that deserves to be played. It's a phenomenal game.
Still a good game.
It is not. It's not the trilogy because the trilogy was telling you a different story, and so people
Right.
need to stop comparing the two. Like this is a game of exploration, and while it has its problems, man, they just did a great job. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I am probably 3 hours into my second playthrough, and yeah, it's good.
Nice.
It's a good game, and I think as they continue to patch it, and maybe the right answer right now is like if you are on the fence. Actually, maybe I'd recommend waiting until the DLC comes out because we know that there are going to be a handful of expansions. Every Mass Effect game gets
Right.
a handful of expansions that will close some of the open-ended storylines that maybe you didn't get answers to. But it's a Mass Effect game, and if
How many
you've
how many
convinced
hours do you think, like game wise, for main story?
main story is probably like 30.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's healthy.
which is probably the norm.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were to platinum it and like be a completionist about it, you're probably looking at 100 hours total. There's a ton of just little things that you can be doing, and like a ton of stuff that like I've actually watched a couple of videos by like BioFan and a couple of other people that are really ingrained in the universe, and they talk about the lore, and like I'm watching and I'm like, I missed all of that.
Oh, really?
Like, there is a ton of stuff.
Oh, wow.
So like one of the things in the game that you do is you go around and you find your father's memories, and you can go back, and as you find the memories, you unlock these. You basically are kind of given a password to the artificial intelligence that works with you, so that you can unlock and experience those memories. And so you'll go back and see like, oh, this is what mom was doing before she died. Oh, this is what was happening here with the Reapers. So like all of your insight into the trilogy comes from your father's memories.
Oh,
so
interesting.
Like,
okay.
he had connections to Liara, to Sony. He had connections to Shepard. He had connections to all of the different people that are taking place in the original trilogy that you don't experience unless you go through and find all of that stuff. And so I was watching one of BioFan's videos, and I was like, crap, turn it off. I was like,
I haven't found that
need to
yet.
start my second playthrough.
Oh, wow. I love that part of it. Like, you can get through a game, and there's several you get through the game, and you still follow this really kind of like a spine of a story. But like even on Horizon, like reading the things and finding out more about what's going on, it
filling it
becomes
all
like
in.
Loved the way they handled the voice, the
Yeah.
audio clips.
yeah,
Like,
holograms and audio clips and reading the other stuff. Like it all came together really well. So going into news. Ready?
Coming in hot.
News number one. China has a new law that forces Dota, League of Legends, and a couple other games to reveal the odds of scoring good loot.
Really?
So this new law comes from the China's Ministry of Culture. And so they have these sets of rules that requires developers of games that have these random loot boxes. They have to reveal the odds of what you might receive.
So like Overwatch and things
Right.
like that.
And that rule's been around
eventually-
since March. Like it took effect in March. So now as they develop, they're gonna have to like start like putting in the drop rate for a rare item and be like, there is a 0.0003% chance that you'll get what you want.
So basically, what they're trying to prevent is people blowing all of their savings on something that would be so.
Which I mean, it's crazy to think that people are putting that much money into those types of things, but I don't know that revealing the odds is, maybe it'll change it. Maybe it'll discourage them to be like, oh, that's hard. But then if you're dumb enough to put that much money into any sort of a loot box type of game, you probably don't understand statistics.
True.
Right? If they gave you the drop rate and it was like 1 out of 60 million boxes will have what you want, you'd be like,
No.
nah, right? I don't know.
But then on the other side of that, you know how you can sell in-game loot for actual physical money? Like they can put it up.
Yeah.
Maybe that would actually create some valuation for it and say, look exactly how rare this is.
Because of how rare this is. This is. Okay, that's a good idea.
And I can also see why this would be, why someone would sink that much money into it, because if you're also a League of Legends player, like I've been watching LCS, thank you, Jimmy, and like all of the championship series, and they are like 100% pros, and you know they want to show off
Yep.
the level of dedication that they have. And so there's a lot
Not
of
me.
social capital that comes into it. It's like if you're willing to spend actual monetary capital for social capital, I can see where you would go with that. There is a line, you know, there is help out there.
Right? Every machine that we saw in Vegas said,
Yes.
if you have a problem, call this number.
Yes.
It's kind of the same thing. Like if you're going to put money into a game of chance, you're like,
Look, Overwatch boxes. That is my Achilles heel.
Yeah?
Overwatch boxes.
you have bought them, you buy them.
Yes.
You should
Yes.
be shamed. Look at you, shame. Well,
It's $39.
wow, really?
For like was it 40 or 50 boxes.
And then you like cards, like you open them up and you hope
just
that whatever's in it.
one. And then it's like, and is it gold? Is it gold? Is it gold? It's gold! Oh, it's blue. It's blue. It's blue. Oh, I get a new emote. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's my Achilles heel. But I only I allow myself to get one 50-box set per patch, like per event.
Oh, okay.
Kind of thing.
Okay. And that's where you add
So it's
in
like,
new
the Chinese
bits.
New Year one, I get one. The Uprising one, I get
$39 though. That seems to me like a
I know, because I could get
large-
a new game.
That's a whole game.
But the problem is that the other games that are out there, I don't really enjoy.
Well, if you don't have anywhere to put the money.
If they had things like that for Horizon Zero Dawn, I'd be so down. Like, I just want to go back to Horizon Zero Dawn, but I don't have anything else to do now.
And so if you had boxes that you could pay some more, I hope there's some sort of DLC
If
coming.
I had like boxes or extra quests or ways to level up, I've capped out on the level. I'm
Where are
at
you
50.
50?
So.
I'm at 43, so I guess I got a little ways to go. So there are some that have already released. So like the Perfect World, which is the Valve's Chinese partner, they released their loot rates for Dota 2. Riot, League of Legends released their rates already, like they're there. Blizzard, however, is not yet, so the Overwatch rules are not there. But I find it really interesting, but I guess it's all to protect us from the gamble. All right, come on in for news number 2. Are you ready?
News number 2.
News number 2, the PSVR is accounted for almost 90% of Japan's VR headset shipments last year. That's a lot. So if you take all of the headsets, the VR headsets that shipped out of Japan, 90% wore PSVR. Is it surprising or not? I mean, it's Sony. I mean, it's Japan. Do they have Oculus? Do they have others? I mean, Sony's like
what I
there.
was
Got
thinking.
to. I think they've got to. I think what this shows is that PSVR is certainly, I mean, at least on the surface, the most accessible VR system out
Right.
there.
I tried one at NAB. That was another one. Was like slide the phone into the headset, full plastic, mold your face, and then put this phone in. It was so laggy and jittery, like jumpy, that I was just like, "Oh, give me my PSVR back!" Like I could
Yeah.
not. I got
No,
sick.
the VR is just
It's really good.
It's a darn quality piece of equipment in there. I just wish that there are more people that would be developing on it, and specifically VR centric.
Right. I
Yeah,
wonder
some more
what
VR games would be nice.
Yes, I wonder what the other percentage of countries around the world. Like what else? How we're doing with the split between VR sets.
For sure.
Because Japan, it's kind of like, okay, that makes sense. Hey, let's jump in. News number 3 here. Bethesda hints at 2 new reveals coming at E3.
And if you have a lisp, that's a terrible. Bethesda.
Bethesda.
Can you pull one of those images onto the screen, Drew?
Yeah, one of these.
Yeah. So that's the
That's their
that's
like,
their invite to E3.
Oh, so that's the
So
what if.
what it shows is a couple of sites like
It's almost like a Disneyland
showing
map.
a theme
Yeah.
park, right?
Yeah.
And it's saying that you have a couple areas that are under construction. So we have
Bethesda Land.
Oh, I see. So
top left is under construction, and then bottom right is
So-
under construction.
so what's
Diablo,
Diablo?
Doom.
This one's Doomy.
I assume
yeah.
that's or Quake,
That's
probably.
Quake.
Head crabs.
Crabs? Oh, TranStar. What's this? I don't remember.
TranStar.
Bethesda
Well,
Land.
this
I
is
love the way it is.
Dishonored. So
Is this Fallout? Yeah.
Dishonored. Yeah, that's Fallout. This is
Dishonored.
Dishonored. This is actually Prey.
This one's Prey.
Right, like
Prey's
the
right
crabs.
there.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
okay.
So
So the 2 under construction. That's their like 2 announcements. They're going to tell you what's behind this wall and what's down here.
do they give any? I mean, I don't see anything that is like.
That is an interesting
Indeed.
way to do it. That'd be the funnest job ever. How are we going to like Apple style, like let people know what we might or might not be
Don't you
doing?
think they'd hide like a hint?
You would think.
I mean, the only thing that I could view as a hint is like the bottom right.
It says "Pardon our dust." Is that the hint? Like it's a dirty game. It's out in the desert. That's what we get from that.
No, I mean to me the structure is like kind of futuristic-y
That's
looking,
futuristic, and this is more.
That looks like industrial, like
or like Last of Us,
old.
dystopian.
dystopian. Yeah.
Look, I don't know.
Stuff's broken. They're
That's gonna be
building
interesting.
broken
They
things.
already have their dystopian games though, like
Well, I mean, they're good
Which
at
one?
it. Go
Fallout,
again.
right?
which
So-
dystopian? They're
In
all
June,
dystopian.
we'll know in like what 30 days.
Yeah.
Like we'll find out because that's the E3 time. So that is something. If you have guesses, if you're in the chat and you have an idea, or if you want to just hit us up on the Twitters, let us know what you think that Bethesda's got up their sleeve. And I'll wrap it up with one last piece of news. The Darksiders 3 reveal was leaked for the PS4 and Xbox One and the PC. So then they officially announced it like recently. But Amazon product listed, they leaked the reveal of Darksiders 3.
I wonder how much crap Amazon gets in for accidentally
accidentally?
listing things and like Target.
Yep.
And it's like, well, here we have this one
What
in the
their fees
hopper.
are. Yeah.
It's like we have this product in the hopper. We're just gonna roll the new.
But it's not
updates
even
for
due
this
until
one.
like 2018. Why would they like Amazon? Like, why would they launch something and be like, "Hey, you could. This is coming in a year, maybe." Like that just seems like a weird thing for Amazon to do. But this story came out at 5:57 a.m. and then they updated it by noon. So like 6 hours later, THQ Nordic announced it. They're like, "Okay, it's real." Like,
It's
I
like,
think they
fine.
released a
and
video
here's the
too.
reveal trailer.
Fine.
Yeah, it was either fine or it was like, "Nice job, Amazon. We'll pay you later." Here we go, folks. We got the hype.
Yeah, it's like no, we didn't want them.
There is
to
certainly
do
value
this.
in leaks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
they're-
right. We've talked
Oh,
about that
Overwatch?
before.
While there can be problems with leaks, like there's
There's
certainly a hype level that
strategic
like,
marketing.
holy shit, something just leaked. Everybody pay attention.
Yep.
No,
Yep.
did you
and-
see the Overwatch leak about Doomfest?
Oh yeah, I saw you post it. I haven't read it yet.
I'm so
Do
excited.
we know if Terry Crews is doing it yet?
Yes.
Is he?
Yes.
What is it called? Doomfest?
Yeah, Doomfist.
Doomfist.
It's one of the
He's a
new
new
characters,
character.
and they've been kind of teasing it a little bit because I think that we've all seen the video where Terry Crews was saying, like, you know, I felt like I was being disconnected from my son, and I really wanted to get on his level and things that he enjoys instead
Right.
of making him enjoy things that I want to do. And so it's like I love video
He's
games.
like, let me be the voice of Doomfist.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm gonna build a gaming computer and I'm gonna game with you, and you love Overwatch and I love Overwatch and I think it's fun. And so now I'm going to try and audition for the voice of Doomfist.
And
he got it.
And he got it.
Oh yeah. It's like, can we not just debate that he would be a fantastic fit for it?
He's a great
He's just a great
voice actor.
human.
He's fun. He's a good dude.
I don't know. I was going to try and pull it up, but it didn't. Oh, there it is. Oh, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, preview. I just wanted to see it.
I don't understand. Okay,
Get
I'm
it.
gonna. So this
Looks
was just
good.
posted on the PS4 subreddit, and so I'm gonna add this to our news.
Yep,
blip
number 5.
Just because I'm confused.
News number 5. Help
So
us figure
April's
it out.
top downloads from the PlayStation Store.
Okay.
Okay, number 1, Persona 5.
Okay.
Doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, that one had some
Take
good
a
hype.
wild freaking guess what number 2 is. Like, think back.
And what?
Something
April?
that just never seems to leave
Farmville.
the top 10 lists.
The tractor racer.
No.
game. I got nothing.
Nope.
Halo.
Rocket League.
Wait, PlayStation though.
Grand
Rocket
Theft Auto 5.
League. Really?
Really?
Number
Really?
2.
Why?
Number 2 for
Did they
April.
wait? Did they put a sale on?
I don't know, but it still doesn't make sense.
Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yes.
That thing is-
number 2.
And
I don't
those
get
are
it.
those
Above
are the
what?
games
What's
that like
number 3?
scare me.
Uncharted,
People
the
that play
Nathan
this.
Drake collection, The
Yeah.
Last of Us,
Really,
MLB
even
The
Last
Show
of Us.
2017, Rocket League, Minecraft PlayStation 4 edition. Again, that blows my mind.
Right?
Outlast 2, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands, and Ark Survival Pack.
Wouldn't you feel like at some point if you weren't on that, like if you release a game and it doesn't get into that top 10 in the month that it releases,
And
it's-
Minecraft's still
right,
there,
and
you're
it's getting beat out
really?
by something that's ages old. That would really
That's
hit.
really
I'd be like,
demoralizing.
yeah, I'd be like, what do we do?
I
this
just don't
for?
get it.
That's
Like,
crazy.
how is number...
The
like,
Last of Us Remastered has been out for over a year or more, right? It came out.
Wait, no, it came out alongside when the PlayStation 4
It
launched.
was like right after the launch.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a long time, yet it's still pulling in number 4.
Yeah.
That's amazing
Rocket
to
League
me.
is number 6. I mean, the
That
only
one's
new games, so you have
keeping
Persona,
fresh.
which is new, Outlast 2,
I don't remember when the show 17.
MLB The Show, yeah,
Yeah.
that just came out. MLB The Show,
And then
Outlast.
Ghost Recon Wildlands was pretty new,
Uh,
right? Wildlands.
that's just nuts to me. Like Mass Effect Andromeda is number 15. I just don't get it. Like, it's confusing.
Maybe
to me.
you don't play enough Grand Theft Auto. Maybe after this, you and I
that
need to
could be
drive around and beat some hoes
That could
together.
be it.
It'll be friendly. Like we'll bond. I don't know.
It'll
It's
be-
not my game.
It'll be a great experience.
There you go. There you go. That, my friends, is the
I don't
news.
get it. I'm so confused.
Help Jeff get it.
It's like you're so pissed about it. It's like there's anger in his voice.
Confused, like who's
I get
downloading it today? Like who didn't buy it 4 years ago that today was like today's the day?
I really want to know where the sales were.
Yeah, I mean maybe that's
like what?
No, like they put it on sale.
Yeah, but again,
Oh.
if you were
Like
a
PS Plus
GTA
kinda
fan,
stuff?
if you were a GTA fan, you would have it before the sale
These
came.
are the
Sure,
laggards.
sure.
years
But these
later.
are laggards. Maybe it is like the sale goes down and it goes, okay, $5 GTA. I've always wanted to play this, and then
Yeah.
another.
It's like, well, I have no excuse
10,000.
now.
Maybe. I don't know.
That's
bizarre.
crazy. That's crazy.
I feel like I'm living in bizarre world. Anyway, that's good news, Drew. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do we have anyone in the chat?
No, it's an early morning.
It's too
Early
early.
morning day.
And it's Friday.
That's fine.
Let's see.
I forgot to pull up the. I
That's
forgot
okay.
to add the drop.
Oh yeah, we need to drop and then we're good. Why is that still on? That's not me. That's an advertisement. Taco Bell is taking over.
So
Because
I'm
it's Cinco de
having to-
Mayo.
I'm having to put together
Oh,
some new
is that why?
like branding and redesigning a logo.
Fun.
That's what you're doing today?
times.
Yeah.
That was what the call was. It was like, Jeff, here's your marching orders for the
No,
day.
I was asked where are we at on this, and I was like, well, freaking crap. I've submitted several different variations, and they've been turned down.
Well, tell them you're just gonna stop trying. If you don't like what I do, I'm just gonna stop. I won't do it anymore.
It's hard, dude.
Yeah, it's
I'll have to tell you,
Logos
the last
and branding redesign is real tough.
it is tough. I was gonna say just working for a startup is hard. I have not missed it though. The last 2 weeks I've been like, what am I gonna do with myself now? I need to make money, but I'll think about that later. I'm gonna find.
Oh wait, are you not doing that anymore?
I got canned.
Really?
Yeah. It's been a sore spot. Not sore spot, but it's done. It's over.
That's crazy.
I've got my pink slip and I'm out. I gotta go find money somewhere else. What was funniest though?
That's okay.
This is not for the chat. But they let go of somebody else that we all know,
Oh, that was so funny.
Oh really?
and then they brought him back for a little bit of NAB, and then they had like a workaround that was like, yeah, we'll let you, we'll keep you on so that you can have, what is it, like
Health
benefits,
insurance.
but you don't have to, give us 1 day a week and we'll pay you minimum wage 30 hours so that we can give you benefits. That lasted for about 24 hours, and I was like, no, I've thought about it again. Let's not do that. I'm not comfortable doing that anymore. So then it was like, you're gone again. Like no. And
Yeah, he rode back with us because it was like, that's
yeah, and then we took him
awkward.
home from NAB. We're like, that's weird. So we took him home. And then he got a call again, like, I don't know, Wednesday this week that was like, come back. I can't do this without you. So he's back.
I've made a terrible
Yeah,
mistake.
it was just jerking around. It's like you would not see that in any corporate business,
No, not at all.
not back and forth like that. And even this one that's the business is 5 years old, like 4 or 5 years old. It's a while. Anyway, it was just kind of one of those things. That's not in the show. But we got the drop. You good?
Yes.
Okay, we can go
have the
there.
Drop. I will drop the drop. I will drop it low,
Drop
as Drew
Drop
would
it.
say.
Drop it low.
I will drop it low.
I think it'd be more entertaining to watch you drop it low than watch me drop it
No,
low.
because I would drop it low and I wouldn't get back up. So, bam. All right. So for this week, for our new releases, we have everyone knows that we have Prey that's out because everyone has been losing their mind over it, and I played the 1 hour demo of it, and it's interesting, and I think that I could end up enjoying the game mechanic, but there's a lot of like jump scares, the mimics try and like model themselves after like office chairs so you don't notice
really?
them. Oh yeah. And then like you get close enough and then there's like a big noise, like a ding, like those. So there's jump scares to it. And
I
then I'm
want
just
to try the
beating
demo. I want to try
I
the
am
demo.
beating the crap out of everything with a wrench. It's like this desk chair. Oh, it's really just a desk chair. Okay, I'm good.
That's funny. Did you see that there was a indie game that I just forgot who made Prey.
Little Nightmares.
No. There was an indie game that,
Oh, Bethesda.
Bethesda?
so Bethesda leaned on them because their name of their game was Pray for the Gods or something.
Yeah, I saw that too.
And so there was this kind of like heavy leaning, like you can't use the word pray. That's our like patent. That's our name. Anyway, there was a little of that I saw that was kind of like, oh. But they changed. They basically fell back to Prey with Praey because it was about pray and pray. So they fell back to like one of the original things. But it's just funny that Bethesda stepped into an indie studio and was like, you can't use Pray for the Gods because it has the same pray as our pray. And it's like,
And you know,
you have a bigger gun. Just let these guys play.
guys, this is reminiscent of the Banner saga because it was Candy Crush saga, and like King.com was freaking out because they were trying to trademark the name Saga.
There are some things you can't do.
It's like even remember like the whole like orange juice and OJ thing?
No.
Yeah. Gene Simmons copyrighted the copyrighted
OJ?
the term OJ.
Oh, I did not know this.
Oh yeah.
I don't
like
go to
that.
school. Wow.
Yeah, rolling in it.
Okay.
So we've got Prey coming out.
Back to the drop.
Back to the drop. So we've got ACA, Neo Geo, Last Resort. Thank you for letting me be able to pronounce this
That
one.
one was pronounceable.
AFL Evolution,
Wow.
The Caligula Effect. I had a cat named Caligula.
You did?
I called him Liggy.
Liggy.
Because, like, you know, you got to give that name just an extra chance to be good. He's
Yeah,
like, come
wow.
here, Liggy. Wow. Dreamfall Chapters. Flat Out 4, Total Insanity. Oh my gosh, it's my semester. Okay. Nog with a G. I think the G is going to be silent.
That's a PSVR game, isn't
Gnog.
it? Or is this the one that's? I thought the original was PSVR. I think.
Yeah.
The demo I played it.
Yes, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, the Telltale series. It's cute.
Yes.
It's cute. And it's Telltale. It's there. We've got Super Rude Bear Resurrection. What?
Super Rude Bear.
Super Rude Bear. Is this like Five Nights at Freddy's?
Super root beer?
No, Rude Bear.
Rude Bear. Like,
I'd take a Super Root Beer right now, though. That sounds great.
And we have Tumbleseed and World to the West. So basically, everybody knew that Prey was coming out, so they didn't want to really release a lot of things to compete with it.
I got to go back to Nog real quick because
Nog.
it was PSVR and it was the weirdest little VR game. Like you would flip things around and poke things, and it was just kind of like Hohokam. Do you remember that game? Right?
Yeah, I was actually just going to say like Hohokam.
Yeah, and so it's out now, but it was one of those like experimental. Like, does this work? What do I do here? If I flip that, do I have to hit these 6 things? Like, it was just kind of a fun thing. So it's almost like Tokaboka. Those little tiny iOS games for kids.
Yeah.
It's like Tokaboka for adults with ADD. So I'm gonna probably look into that.
Oh yeah, I'm down.
I like that. Those look like fun, but you're right. I think everybody was like, "It's Praise Week.
Yep.
We're not doing anything."
It's like don't touch.
Yeah.
Just don't.
The reviews still haven't come out, though. I want to see the reviews.
Yeah, I am
I
curious.
hate when Bethesda typically is not a hang on to review copy till the last moment either. So
I don't know.
it'll be
I
interesting.
know
to see
they
what
didn't
happens.
release the reviews, but they at least were transparent enough to offer a free demo.
Yeah, that's true.
I bet they're on their way. Like Metacritic just posted this maybe an hour ago, so it's got a 7.6 on Metacritic.
Yeah,
so they're starting to come.
The friend score or the
Right. It's not the critic
Player
score yet.
score.
Yep. It's still to come. But I think you can still gauge some response from that as they start coming out.
If I was a paid critic, I would always have like a wine glass that I would be like,
That's
I believe that this game maybe rates a
Can we have a new-
7.2.
I want a new segment
Our
where we
own
just
segment
give
where
we just
Robin
give
just
Robin
gets
wine.
Oh
We just
man,
have
She
her
does
review
reviews.
games. Robin's
This game
whiny
smells
Robin's reviews.
like a 8.
Boca.
Yes.
And it's totally like they have to be games she hasn't played.
She just
And
has
it
to
has
talk
to
about
be
them.
based on how she just feels at that moment.
Oh, I like that.
So depending on what like stress level is, what else
She
is going on
just
in
chucks
life.
her wine. This game's a piece of shit.
I can't do this.
What abomination is this? Bam.
You have to wear a hat,
No, I need to get like a little smoking
like
jacket kind
like
of thing,
an English
and like
tea party hat.
No, not English tea party. No, I'm seeing like smoking jacket and like a little pipe. It's just like
Masterpiece Theater.
Yes, very Masterpiece Theater-ish, and I want like books in the background, like, no game cases in the background, and just like couched
this.
leather.
I like where we're going with this.
Yes,
do it.
yes, I can see this
New
happening.
segment coming soon.
Robin's reviews. I'd have to do it with an accent.
Hello, you peasants.
There,
It's so pedantic.
I'm putting up your library.
Yeah, the whole what you have to do is just treat everyone like they're just utterly inferior.
There you go.
Oh yeah, no, I can watch enough Downton Abbey to get that.
I can't get any bigger than that, but there's your library. Reviews
That's
by
what she
Robin
said.
coming soon.
You've got to use words that the majority of the listeners won't understand.
Oh, I can do that.
When
Hello,
promulgating-
academia.
When
Yeah,
promulgating,
that's all you've got.
I know that's my jam. It's like I use very plain language, and then when I have to actually write something, it's just like
Flowered up.
all of the 4-syllable words come pouring out.
While prey doesn't necessarily articulate their sentimentalities in a necessarily amicable way, I feel that
Yes, it is quite disjointed, and I don't believe that they have.
You have to define the constructs.
They haven't operationalized that mechanic. I had to use operationalized just to piss off Drew.
That is the higher ed word.
latitudinal ponderosity. It's, the absurdity is
And the social
quite
constructs.
discomforting.
We better make this a real thing.
That's funny.
And then we get like a little piano music, like.
I like
That's
it.
funny.
I like it. All right.
Anyway, this has been episode 127 of the Little Big Cast. Thank you for joining us. As always, please feel free to follow us on our social media channels. First and foremost, at LittleBigKast on Twitter, Facebook, and pretty much everywhere else.
Goes to all our
You
phones
can follow
anyway.
me on Twitter at Jeff Hawks and on PlayStation Network at Mr. Hawks, MRHOX. Additionally, our own Mr. Drew Tyler.
Hello. You can follow me at the Night 20 KNITE20.
Wait, what did we learned where this came from?
We did not.
Hang on.
No, we didn't.
Oh, Mr. Boxer Boy.
Had
No,
nothing to
you
do with
remember the
boxers.
picture that he posted?
Oh yes, the mannequin.
The mannequin.
Had nothing.
The mannequin and the boxers.
We're not sharing that picture. That was for your eyes only. But
Patreon content.
I do
Patreon
need to
content.
say, for those of you that listened to episode 126, we started off by talking about boxers on my head. I found out of the blue, my brother sends me a picture
What
from
was it
20
Glenn
years
said
ago.
too? Glenn said something in the chat. He was like, "Oh, this reminds me of the thing," and I feel like
The
we're
cheesy
getting
years
close.
is what he said. He calls it the cheesy
cheesy
years.
years.
But yes, I found a picture. He sent me a picture the very within the week, which is uncanny. That
Something
the only
about
picture I've ever
making love
seen
to a
of
mannequin.
me as me holding a mannequin with all my art friends because we're all in art class, and I'm not quite groping it, but I'm holding it pretty closely with boxers on my head.
Holding it by the privates.
I'm not quite there. Like I'm in the safe zone, but it's like.
You're not in the
You weren't in
square.
you weren't in the stranger danger area. But
Yeah,
you
I
were
did not
getting
touch
close.
the swimsuit zone. I was, yeah. But yes. And then the other picture he sent was me with
Is that
this,
when
like,
Night 20
8-inch
comes from, Drew?
mohawk. Nothing to do with mannequins.
We'll get there. We'll get there, ladies and gentlemen.
I love. We're just like ticking off the boxes. The
Yeah, there's only so many.
deductive reasoning.
I can't wait.
The more boxes we tick off, though, the more convinced I am that it is like a twisted, freaking gnarly thing. Because like we've gone down some weird paths already, and
they're
if
not-
it's got to be weirder than what we've already talked about,
No.
we're in trouble.
Nope, you missed it.
Additionally, our own Robin
Hi.
Hazlett.
Yes, you can find me at Robin Hazlett on Twitter and on PSN. You can find me at Lil352.
And soon to be Wino Robin.
Yes, Robin's reviews by No Robin. Yes, I've just discovered white wine. Oh my gosh, I actually like this.
We're gonna put this on
It's like
Patreon.
truth
That's what we
serum
need
for
to do.
me. It's
This will
bad.
be special Patreon content.
Yeah.
Robin's
serum.
wine.
I'm totally down for that because
Robin's
I will be
reviews.
so
Robin-
blunt.
Robin
I
has
will
to
be
be
so blunt with
Mildly
this.
hammered.
Yep, I like it. I like it.
Just warm and fuzzy. I'll do it.
You just
I'll-
have to, even if they're not real words, like you just have to like
I'll-
you have to be like snooty and vulgar. Like this pedantic bullshittery is more than I can stomach.
Well, I'm not old.
I don't know how to pretend to be an English woman without
Well, all
sounding
you have
old.
to do is just turn the corners of your mouth down.
Oh my gosh, hang on, I've got to say
We
something.
have,
Before
we have
cut.
English lessons.
Before we cut,
Okay.
I got to say something. I watched Sister Act last night.
I love that show.
Professor McGonagall is in Sister Act.
Yes.
She looks older in Sister Act than she does in Harry Potter. For
It's
real.
true. It's true.
That's I'm telling you for real. She
Yep.
looks older in a show that is 30 years old than she does today in Harry Potter.
CG.
That's crazy.
No, it's totally true though. It's totally true.
She looks old as
Oh
crap.
yeah. No, Maggie
What's her
Smith.
name? Maggie. Yeah,
Maggie
Smith.
Smith is a.
She is a Benjamin Button.
Oh my gosh.
She's Benjamin
Downton
Button.
Abbey. Hello.
I'm telling you for
Is she
real.
a
She
Jack-
looks
Oh, yeah.
older in Sister Act.
Yeah, it's just,
Can you find a picture
There's-
of her? I mean,
there's-
she legitimately looks older in Sister Act.
it's because she has no hair.
Yeah, freaking, she looks like a skeleton. She looks like
They're nuns.
Sorsha's mom.
They are
They're
nuns.
nuns, Jeff. They're nuns. They're not
what's
supposed.
the name of the? I just forgot her name. Batmorta. She looks like Batmorta right there, from Willow.
That's true. I'm gonna watch that. I got it right here.
Boom.
I'm gonna go watch
Yeah, look
Willow.
at the face.
Oh yeah.
That's Maggie Smith. Little known fact. Maggie Smith is Sorsha's mom. Source is hot, by the way. Drew, you're welcome.
I'm
Enjoy
excited.
that video.
Thanks.
You're gonna rekindle an old flame.
I remember these days.
I love my job.
Anyway, this has been the cast. We'll see you next week.
Love
Adios.
ya.
For real.